All right, it was way too windy outside to try to record this video. We still have remnants of yesterday's hellacious EF2 wins, and yeah, it's just my phone was going to blow over on the tripod. I was going to break my phone. I was going to break another DJI 3 or DJI 2 mic or DJI mic. No, this is the first one. I don't have the second one. But welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. We're in the middle of a little bit of a remodel. I don't know if you guys can tell. And if you're new, then you won't notice anything different. But either way, I did want to kind of talk about a few things and even talk about a few other channels. Now, before I begin, I think it's important to clarify the reason why I even talk about other YouTube channels, and also understand and realize that if I hadn't talked about these other YouTube channels, then we wouldn't be here where we are today. Now, it's important that folks realize and understand that oftentimes, viewers, commenters, they begin to develop and create this scenario, this idea, this opinion, this reaction to a title, a thumbnail, and quite possibly the mention of another YouTube channel. Be that as it may, there's nothing I can do about that. I can't help that. Now, granted, I could potentially never talk about any other YouTube channel, but that doesn't entirely solve the problem, because this immediate knee-jerk reaction of being triggered will ultimately still exist, just for a completely different title, thumbnail, and topic of video. So I'm not going to deprive myself of doing what I enjoy, nor deprive those of you who enjoy what I enjoy, receive value from it, and ultimately end up reaching out and connecting with me for things far greater than likes and comments and, this trivial nonsense that happens on a regular, no matter who you are. If you put yourself out there for the masses on the internet, social media, YouTube, any platform, it is what it is. Unless you don't grow. Odds are if you don't grow, you'll be perfectly fine. But if you do grow, or your intentions are to grow, then odds are you're going to experience this in some way, shape, or form, whether it's warranted or not. There's my disclaimer. Now, yeah, I know. Comments are turned off. So, first up, where are we going to start? I think I'm going to start off with a comment that I received from Richard Vernadoe. Richard Vernadoe will be linked in the description down below. He's got a YouTube channel, or he's on YouTube. He's got a Rumble channel, and we go back and forth on videos. We go back and forth privately on DM on Instagram. And he recently put up a video entitled, "Why Are Kevin 247 and Squirrel Tribe Selling Rumble Short?" And it was a really good video. Like, it was a great video. Watched it all the way through, 100%. You got 100% retention from me, Richard. And in response, I told Richard, I said, "Great argument. Rumble should put you on payroll." That's how good the video was. Now, I think part of the video was my reaction to a comment that he left for another video of mine that I had done. And yeah, I'm a bit of a smart ass. I'm a bit of a dick. And I like to joke around, but sometimes these jokes don't necessarily really translate that well through text and through comments and whatever. But be that as it may, it maybe lit a fire and sparked Richard to make this video, which is great because it's a really good video. And then Richard responded and replied to my comment. And it says that it will please you to know that watching your style helped me to step up my game. You have indeed been an influencer to me, at least. And I appreciate that. And I don't really ever want to consider myself to be an influencer, because I'm not really about that life, but being able to be influential and inspiring and motivational and possibly having some meaningful impact in people's lives that helps them step up their game, then yeah, I'll take that all day long. So this kind of had my wheels turning and thinking about the entire situation where we are today, and the fact that it's like, I don't think that it's a good thing to suppress and even self-censor myself for the possible fear of acceptance or rejection from the masses. And instead, I really only want to connect with those who are truly interested in connecting on a level at which I am continuously discussing and engaging in and learning and living and growing and improving, and that being YouTube. YouTube, content creation, the algorithm, analytics, revenue, profit, business, making money. And so here we are, because there's been some things thrown at me today where I'm like, I don't want to not talk about it, but I also don't want to deprive others of being able to have access to this information and this conversation, because I think it's very helpful. I think it's very, very helpful for those who are listening, for those who really hear and want to know more and understand. For instance, Alec, as we follow each other on Instagram now, he is half of sharing the journey on YouTube, another YouTube channel, another YouTuber, which I got to tell you guys, if you are on YouTube and you're watching and you got a channel and you're creating and uploading content, then there's a good chance that we probably could get along really well and have some back and forth dialogue that could help both of us, all of us in this. And we've been going back and forth on this DM. And today I got one, and it says, Kevin, I saw your video today about making $5K a month, and I would like to find out more information and what type of investment it would take to get mentored. I work most days, but my phone number is, I would like to talk to you on one evening if you would be interested. Thanks, Alec. So, yeah, I'm not going to give you his phone number, guys. But for sure, absolutely, we're going to set that up. And I mean that. So, Alec, we're going to set that up. But this was earlier today. So yesterday, last night, I made some changes. We went from thousands of videos down to 6. And I think I put up number 7 today that's visible to the public. There's plenty of videos visible to members. And if you're interested in YouTube and business, making money, then you should be interested in becoming a member of the channel and a member on Patreon. So just putting it out there. It's not a hard sell. I'm just letting you guys know what to expect. And that's what we're going to do. It's not a bunch of fluff. It's literally, real world experience and instances and case studies and deep dives. And I would love nothing more than to find myself many, many days from now in a situation where I say, hey, all these folks have YouTube channels, tons of subscribers, making tons of money, more than me, and I would be very happy to be a part of that. Not from a financial standpoint. I'm literally just offering it to you guys as members. The membership, you pay what you want, whatever tier you want, I don't care. And I'll give you guys all the secrets. The secrets that I have. There's a key to these secrets, right? And we'll get into that in the membership. But I'm going to get back to Alec and his comment, his message here, because I was compelled to tell a story this morning about making $5,000 a month on YouTube, which is extremely doable. And the reason why I was compelled is because there's 2 people in my life right now that I'm helping to make that happen because they really need it. So you teach a man to fish, remember? So we're working on that. And ironically, I'm thinking about this. I was actually at the gym when I was thinking about this, and I already have this outline, this template for a strategy that I'm going to give Alec. And, do with it what you may, but I'll tell you how it works. I'll tell you how it works, and then you pick and choose and decide how you want to make it work for you. But funny enough, somehow, some way I came across this channel about a month or two ago, Dontay London. Now, Dontay London is funny because I watched one of his videos today, and he said that he's grown his channel by himself, and he doesn't mention anybody else's name in his videos, and he doesn't do that. But I do, because I think it's important. I think it's important for other people to find Dontay London and watch his content and listen to his story and see and experience his journey. Because I do think that Dontay London, from what I watched and heard, is also interested in helping others, be pushed towards motivation. For instance, he said there's a quote that stuck with him that said, if an eagle was raised with chickens, it would never once think that it could fly. So I'm not dogging Dontay. I am only using Dontay as an example based on the video I made this morning that was of my own volition, that then triggered a DM Instagram message from Alec about making $5K a month. And now Dontay is here making videos talking about him having his biggest months ever on YouTube. And I think $3,800 or $3,900 is so far the highest point so far, but he's really early in his journey. And why this is so important is for the simple fact that, hey, he's literally telling you and showing you from the ground up, from, good videos, that he's continuously working on improving on his quality and his production, and the growth from Section 8 housing and low income to, making more money and elevating his game, improving his life, and, accomplishing goals that he has set out for himself and his son. It was almost like perfect timing. And to not share this, to me, was just like, why would I not share this for the fear of the backlash that I could potentially receive in the comment section from people who don't understand, quite possibly are just haters in general, but even better yet, don't even have the ability to share that negativity because I've essentially turned the comments off. Yeah. Sorry, guys. You got to do what you got to do. And I'm doing what I need to do. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what I enjoy doing. And I hope that I'm doing something good for somebody else, whether it be Richard, whether it be Alec, whether it be Dontay, whether it be somebody I haven't even met yet. So I want you guys to go check out Dontay. Dontay, he's got 625 videos, but his journey is actually really kind of just started getting kicked off as I randomly came across his video, watched it. And this is the YouTube algorithm working this magic as it presented Dontay on a homepage one day, and I just checked it out. And shortly after that, I caught him on being featured on in a blog post or a news article. And it may not have been this one here in particular, but it's Newsweek. And it says, I regret living in low income housing. The system feels rigged. And it all kind of came together. And it's weird how these things came together. And it's weird how I noticed them and connected the dots. I even sent a copy of the link to Dontay, which I don't know if he ever got it because his channel was popping real fast at that time from this added exposure. And I think that this also helped grow his channel and boost his channel. It's actually funny because Michelle and I, we ended up doing a little like random impromptu video today. And we ended up getting on the topic of YouTube, which, sometimes I feel like some kind of way about it, but it's like, this is what I enjoy talking about. This is what I enjoy doing. And I'm not the only one. YouTube, it's a wildly popular platform. It's part of a $250 billion creator economy. And, it's here to stay. And if it's not, then there will be something after it. And, whatever that is we're going to evolve into that space as we continue to tell our stories and share experiences and connect with people and build businesses and make money and so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. I actually told a buddy of mine today, he was telling me about an idea he had for some content. And I said, this sounds like a great idea. We've exhausted YouTube. We need to diversify. Let's jump on TikTok. So we're probably going to be heading over to TikTok soon with a completely different style of delivery, but essentially with the same thought process behind it and the same push of helping other people get connected with the right people. And the right people, that network is where it's at. That network is important. That's going to be the game change. That's going to be the difference between success and achieving success and dreaming of success. Because I'm not going to say success and failure, dreaming of success or actually achieving success. Now, with all that to the side, there's nothing that's going to happen unless you do the work. So I don't want to pretend and create this false narrative, this idea that it's just going to fall into your lap and you're going to wake up one day with passive income and you never have to work a day in your life again and yada, yada, yada. It's not how it works. But if you do what you need to do now, you do what's hard when it's easy, then you'll thank yourself for it. Your future self will thank yourself, your past self, for it in the future later. But that's pretty much it. I'm not going to go down the road of, essentially playing into what YouTube really would prefer with certain keywords that we've discussed in the past and certain channels that they present to me as search terms that theoretically will get me a little bit more reach. But in essence, it was getting me more reach into a direction. It was the wrong direction. And that's really important. And so what I'm more focused on and concerned with now is actually connecting with those who I intend to connect with. And again, these are the folks out there who have channels or have started channels or are even already monetized or not, and are wanting to get started and begin and helping others get to the place that they, at least providing them with a blueprint, a map. Hey, go down there and hang a right. If you made it to, if you get to the river, you've gone too far. Like, let me just at least give you some guidance a little bit along the way. And who knows, maybe we cross paths again in the future and maybe I call on you for some advice. Again, building that network and building that community and that connection for growth and success. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you later.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence. But I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake friends